Did I make the mistake of making FLCL one of my first forays into anime? Actually, it was my third, to be exact. First was my blind date with Doo-Da-Da-Da. After that was a little show called Cowboy Bebop, a staple for first-timers. Then, of course, I just couldn't stop there. I was still completely wet behind the ears and absolutely clueless as how truly large the world of anime really was back in the day. But I was eager to find out. It was time to roll up my sleeves and get my hands dirty. I can't really remember how I first came across Fooly Cooly, but I do remember coming home from a short morning shift from working at McDonald's, cooking some chicken tenders, always the tendies, connecting my old laptop to the TV in the living room via a kinked HDMI cord, which took a few tries to get working. I hit play and the rest was history. It will always be one of those shows that's always embedded in my consciousness. Certain sights and sounds will trigger nostalgic memories. Simple little things in every frame stick out to me, like the way Haruko sits on her feet, or when the teacher gets blasted by the scooter in the school's hallway. You know the show is really special when you rewatch it trying to find hidden references and goofs, like the frowny face on Haruko's pulpy drink. Okay, now back to the city where nothing amazing ever happens. Only the ordinary.
Oh, hey everyone, welcome to Fig Ultra Reviews. Today, I have a strong gut feeling that something big is going to happen today. I can feel it in my soul. With very sparse figures on the market, it's been a tough time. That's why I've resorted to doing a seance outside in my backyard today, and with enough prayer, I think I can get them to make me a new one and send it here today. Now, Lord Canti, bless me with your kiss, your absolution, my reward.
20.
Ready? Well, all my wishings came true. I've been blessed. Let's go ahead and unbox him, I guess. Since he's here, might as well. I guess it worked. Okay, let's get down to business. Oh, Canti. Attach a box to the box. Ooh. Oh, here we go. I like the colors. Pick it up. Pyong. Nope, here they are. There he is. The couple items he comes with. Oh, he's a big boy. I really thought he was going to be this big. Humanity restored. Oh, ooh, he's a chunky boy. It is that kind of die cast. Get the metal. Kind of like how the box is like spray painted black. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look up what that is. There it is. His cloth cape. Meow. Gary. We got balls like in the show. Nope. Okay, there he is. We got him out of the box. He is here in my hands. So let's go ahead and start the details. Baby.
I'm not a child anymore. I'm an adult. I can buy my own health insurance and everything, which means I can start going over the details. As I'm sure you already know, our Robo Buddy Canti comes in two different variations. Red vs. blue. I just picked up the blue version this time. I was pretty skeptical and pessimistic about this run, you know, just being my usual self. I think it was knowing that the OG version of him that came out back in 2012 had a far superior assortment of accessories. And this new batch kinda got the shaft, but we'll get more into that later. There he is. Decked out in an almost light teal color, he awaits his orders, probably needed in the kitchen to help with the dishes or something. Did I mention this is a Sentinel joint? I'm actually not too versed in this manufacturer, but I know they pretty much have their fingers dipped in every little corner of the figure market. Scales, model kits, posables, prizes, you name it. The only Sentinel that I own is my little Mega Man, which is Unmistakably propped up on the top of his shoulders is that old boob tube, which is modeled after a Sony 8301W portable transistor television, which I can definitely see how someone could have taken inspiration from this thing as a head for a robot. His face, or the screen, is expressionless, as on par with his usual self. I never knew the back of his head was all splintered and cracked like that, but I guess that would make sense with that big robot antenna thing protruding out like that. He's got a few little chrome doodads, and then a couple of orange and white accents along his body. So he's made out of a slew of materials. His upper half is classic PVS and ABS, but what about his legs? Die-cast metal. They got some chunk to him too. He's stomping around in the yard in those bad boys. So while we're at it, why don't we go over his articulation, starting from the top. At the top. He's got a ball and joint socket for those head rolls. Despite the antenna, his head can go back a pretty decent amount. Then look completely down. 360 no scopes, baby. Arms only go up yay high and can bend at the elbows. Enough. They can pop out a little at the sockets though. He can do the Iron Giant full body spin, then have the posture of one of those Japanese salarymen from Persona 5. Almost does the full splits too. Pretty solid bends at the knees. No rotating though, like on a Figma. His feet are in the same joint type as his head, so they can swivel around with a little back and forth action. Also, his robo body kind of blocks his hands from going up a little ways. Hey, that's it for the articulation. He's not the most flexible, but moves where it counts. Let's size up a few of my other figures with him to get an idea how big he is. Awesome, that wraps up the deets. Let's graze on over to his accessories as I try to gain access to Metal Mechanica. Where's the door of this stupid Monopoly piece looking ass place? Okay, let's get into it. What's all the hubbub he comes with? Hey, what's up with this extra noggin? As far as I know, Canti's never seen with his head fully intact while he's this color during the show. Only in the first scene, when he's pulled from out this dome, does he have the full tube up top. But that's when he's in his red form. Meh, but what the hell, it looks cool, so why not? If I'm wrong, let me know, Fooly Cooly fans. So I figured out what this little doodad is. Reading the instructions helps. It's a little pry bar for removing his face. Just pop off the screen and replace it with this one, which is almost identical, but it has little slots on the sides for attaching his safety glasses to. Then jam on his bandana by stuffing it into the slots on his grill. Go ahead and give him his pump shotty to recreate the airsoft battle from episode 5. Alright, he's not complete without that dusty old poncho. Just wrap it around his neck like so. Now he's ready to help Kamo and Pfeiffer Haruko-san's affections. Aside from the hand for holding his airsoft gun with, every other hand attachment comes in pairs. Fists, palms, stiff fingers, and loose fingers. Okay, that wraps up all the technical stuff. So let's ride on Shooting Star and find out what I like and dislike about our live-in house Robomaid. He's way better than that busted ass one from Rocky. You're late! I told you to get the one with the Fat Thomas centerfold. We're starting with my likes first. His size, standing at 7 inches, he's a little taller than your bulkier Figmas. The shotgun's pretty cool. I found out it's pump action, and you can actually cock it. So far, I think his airsoft outfit is my favorite. The poncho and shoddy add some flair when posing him next to like-minded figures on my shelf. I've never owned any figures so far that have used real fabric yet, so I was naturally, I guess, against the idea at first. It's tough getting fabrics to fit and look naturally on obviously plastic figures, but this ponch, it won me over. After fussing and getting frustrated with plastic capes on a few of my Figmas, the easy care and maneuverability got me feeling pretty dandy. I like being able to bend and pose it at my own will. The die-cast legs make them feel nice and sturdy. Then I'm putting an asterisk on that sturdy, pending dislike coming up briefly. He is flexible enough to come up with a bunch of fun creative poses. The assortment of hands is decent. His new and improved color matches his anime counterpart much better than the older version of Lord Canti, which was a little more bluish in hue. Alright, next up is my dislikes, and pulling that asterisk back. So midway through shooting footage for this review, TV Boy got a little tipsy on me and flipped off my turntable, promptly plinkoing off my television stand and stool on his way to the floor. It was getting pretty hot in my room, so I cranked the fan up to its final form. I turned around and Canti was already on his way down. The fan's gust like just barely hit him. I had the fan facing towards the ground too, and pushed all the way to the back of my room, so I feel like the wind just was barely strong enough. Even though his legs have some good weight to them and do hold him up, there is a feeble amount of weeble wobbling with them. You do have to put him on a balancing act when posing him. Like I can drop him like this. Look, he'll jiggle and stay up. It's weird. But I think the joints in his ankle make him spring around a little bit, kind of like a bobblehead almost. I think that combo with the weighty legs is definitely asking for trouble, and it will definitely make him take some pretty hard tumbles if he falls or tips over. So unfortunately, some chippage did happen. I only had this boy for 2 days, and I already damaged him. Oh, new record! Of course, not a big surprise for this channel anymore. I did notice some more chippage happening around the cuffs of his pants, where his like shoes and legs meet. I think it must have been from like twisting them when posing, and they like kind of like scrape together and it chip right off. So it's definitely a delicate dance if you plan to keep him in pristine condition, if you want to take him out of the box and put him on your shelf. So how do you pose him without ruining the paint? Well, very carefully. What is Fooly Cooly anyways? Isn't it something you do with your hands or something really fast like that? Anyways, it's time for the FLCL climax. Let's get to the ratings, baby. Wait, what's he doing? TVs can't eat curry or ramen. Welcome everyone to the ratings section of this review. I take this part very seriously. No jokey jokes here. As long as Haruko doesn't show up, nothing can happen till you swing the bat. So the first category is quality. Everything snaps into place just fine. Just look out for a paint transfer when popping in a shotgun. The material seems well made. His head is solid and the die-cast metal is pretty heavy duty. Just definitely be more careful than me and try not to drop him or chip the paint on his legs. His joints are that quality of stiffness where they audibly snap into place and they got that smooth, twisty, bendy, nice little fluid manner to him. I really love posing his arms and legs. It feels really good. But after a good handful of poses, I noticed his head kind of bobbles a little bit off and on depending on like how I have it positioned. Oh right, his TV screens snap on and look good too. Overall, he feels very high quality and definitely well made, even the way his shotgun pumps. The next category is actually a different one, new and old. With the older original versions of TV Boy floating around on the market, do the newer revisions make the cut? Are they any better than the 10-year-old boys out there? Should you fork up the extra dough for more accessories on classic Canti? Or find the new hotness? Well, unfortunately, I don't really know the exact ins and outs of the older ones, but you know what? I actually think I know someone who does. So let's give him a ring.
Showing off our shirts.
Showing off my Haru or whatever. What was her other name?
Cheryl.
Cheryl Crow.
I got the one that like everybody who's ever been to a con in the past like 5 years has.
Yeah. This is how I'm recording it. I'm gonna basically do what you do in all my videos.
Mess with you. When did you buy your Cantis?
Are we actually recording this?
I'm recording.
Oh shit! I almost broke a figure on my shelf. That's a good question. So these figures I've had for quite some time. I remember seeing these back when they were announced as just garage kits.
Really? They started off as garage kits?
July and November of 2012. So I've had these figures since then because I got them at release. But they were so inexpensive now compared to newer ones that are twice the price with less accessories.
Which is why I'm bringing you here today.
I have.
Can you do that?
The red boy right here.
There he is with the guitar. He, I think, comes with all the same stuff as the new one.
There's one thing that I don't think the new one comes with. His alternate face has a swappable piece of paper behind the like glass of the screen, which has the Atomisk label. Which I thought was pretty damn cool. The old ones were sealed with a pion. Here's the box. Nice and flashy.
This one comes with like a sleeve and it goes...
Oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, damn, that's very minimalist.
Yeah.
Mine says like, super action. Fart sexy style.
They also went minimal on the accessories with this guy too.
Did you get a stand?
No. That came with a stand too?
Yeah, a 3-hinge peg stand. Oh shit. A hand fell out.
Oh, no.
Damn it! Hands are falling everywhere. They have very different proportions to the legs. Yours is way chunkier.
How's like the articulation on him?
Decent enough.
Yeah.
He has a couple ball joints, but for the most part, he's a lot of hinges.
They didn't cover mine, if you can see the crease.
Oh, whack!
And so if you turn them the wrong way, that'll like pop out. And it'll like, it doesn't spin around, so if you like turn him, it'll get like the Booker T spin-a-rooney, and it'll get stuck in there. What is everything that he comes with?
In addition to just being a nice, staunch Canti figure, one thing he has is like his just regular bomber jacket.
Yeah. How do you put that on?
Basically attach a different arm for the top portion of it, for the sleeves of it, which are rolled up, as you can see here. In addition to that jacket, you can attach, with that scene in mind, you can give him his baseball mitt as well.
That actually looks good. It's got like gloss and stuff on it, like it has shading. Why is that so good?
I don't know. It does come with his box.
But you totally can't tell he's a robot when he's wearing that.
What is that? Mikan? So it's an oranges box. His wings, which are really, really cute.
Yes, dude. Oh my god.
And surprisingly, I don't know if it's coming through on camera, there's almost a level of like transparency to these.
A little bit. Yeah, like on the tips.
You can see it's from the bottom, it's clearer, but then it gets darker towards the top. That tiny little peg right there.
Yep.
That is so that you can seat.
Yes.
And this might be my favorite accessory.
I always say, if a figure comes with a pet, it's an automatic win.
This cat could also double as the cat from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, or from Kiki's Delivery Service.
Put it on Bulma's shoulder, and now you have Scratch from Dragon Ball Z.
It has a name.
It does have a name, yes.
I didn't know that.
Oh, and to complete that entire look, to complete that fit, the Halo completes the set. And complete with a janky ass like piece of metal that is like wrapped around the thing, because obviously it's a fake Halo that he's wearing.
There
you go. It just plugs right into the stem.
I'm surprised how like good these accessories actually look. Like they put a lot of detail into them.
He comes with a ton of hands, which I don't feel like showing you.
Yeah, I think he comes with the same hands.
A set of clear combat goggles for airsoft. His bandana just has like a grill that goes into the grill of his face. For this one, the big difference is that he comes with a plastic cloak.
Yeah.
Versus a cloth cloak. I'm not sure if people are bigger fans of the cloth or not. I personally like the plastic a little bit more. Well, it works kind of with something like this, but with other figures where they're wearing clothes and then they come with like a cloth like jacket, I'm like, that looks stupid.
Yeah, he's locked in stock, baby.
Chick.
Click, click, boom.
Click, click, boom.
Like Selvia or whatever that band is.
We're going down on a radio, singing on a stereo. There you go. We don't get a lot, so I appreciate any Fooly Cooly figures, and I'm still looking forward to these new ones.
Like even merch-wise, I couldn't really find much official keychains or whatever, you know?
The pillows randomly, not a couple years ago, maybe last year, did a limited shirt with Canti on it, and the Pillows logo looks like a bear. Yeah, overall, I'd give the old figures like a pretty solid rating. I think that for their time, they were definitely ahead of the game with the Rio Bones.
I will say, thank you, Kingu, for taking the time to speak to me and show off your toys, your goodies.
Whatever chances I get to flex my favorite, like, vault figures, like the ones that I've been hiding from people.
Oh, the deep...
Yeah,
deep in there.
A deep cut. Yeah,
they were in the back.
These were in the no display, no sale box in my closet.
Found them at that old lady's corner store where she sells Crystal Pepsi still.
Where did they find his dad dead?
Oh, he was like in the closet or something.
Yeah.
There's roaches over his face. All right, say goodbye, everybody.
Never knows best. Why do you leave? Why do you run away?
Okay.
Why did you run away like that?
I don't know.
Okay, let's resume to the last and final category. Do I actually like him? Well, I like him. Like a panda with a mean face, or sandals with pressure points drawn on them, or the smell of a blackboard eraser, or a Sunday morning where you wake up and it's raining. Well, I like him more than hard bread. Is our Lord Canti sama Fooly Cooly? Of course he is. I'm giving him 3.8 eyebrows out of 5. We're on to final thoughts. Well, if you're a Fooly Cooly fan, then you know you're pretty much stuck between a rock and a hard place if you want to collect any figures from the show. Any! I said any figures. It's said that these Cantis are the only officially released figures on the market so far. How come Ava gets stuff out of the wazoo, but not Fooly Cooly? Old Canti's accessories are so much funner too. I think they capture his personality way better. The newer version is sadly pretty bland in comparison. I found myself, while posing him in this review, wishing I could use his jacket or the baseball glove. He even comes with Takun! I think they could have at least added some fun faceplates, like the signs that light up when he's going into battle or something, or making a funny consumption. Hell, if Sentinel made a pack of just goodies for Canti, I'd buy them like right away, no questions asked. Zenny Sama here, putting the kibosh on this review by telling you to do things where you like, comment, and subscribe and whatnot. But also, I want to give a big shout out to my good friend Kingu for helping me do this video. Be sure to swing over to his channel and give him a big smooch! And subscribe while you're at it. Not just because he'll be getting both the red and blue Cantis and most likely doing a far better review than I can on them, but also because I want you to watch Figuratively Speaking, the show we do together along with our other good friend the Ando Experience, where we peruse figures and pre-orders on various sites like AmiAmi and Hobby Link Japan, giving our thoughts on them. I do all the editing on the videos, so it would definitely mean a lot if you stopped by and watched our newest episode. Well, I'm out of here. You want to come with me? You know what? Forget it. You're still a kid, Takun. Maybe next time.